Back in the mid-90s, there were no crossovers on the market. In fact, these two vehicles right here, the Honda CR-V and the Toyota RAV4, helped create the segment that has exploded. And today, there are over 45 vehicles available in the crossover SUV segment. Now, I mentioned these are the two heavyweights. In fact, this is a modern-day Ford versus Chevy battle. And you look all the way down the line on the Honda Toyota lineup, there are battles going on, but this is one of the most hotly contested. So over the past few years, the CR-V has really kind of taken over the segment and gained the most market share. What we have here is the all-new 4th generation RAV4. We're going to talk about some of the key differences. This car's got more horsepower, this has a 6-speed, a little better fuel economy. Let's get started and talk about all the features that make this RAV4 the best ever. Lots of changes for the all-new RAV4, starting with the engine. They've dropped the V6 because less than 15% of you were actually opting for that bigger engine. Instead, we have a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, very capable, 176 horsepower, 172 pound-feet of torque. What that means is, with the front-wheel drive variant, you have 31 miles per gallon on the highway. With the all-wheel drive, about 30. As you can see, the RAV4 is completely redesigned both outside and in. And it all starts with this brand new face, which has a very bold grille. As you can see, the big Toyota logo right here in the middle. Let everyone know this is a Toyota and this is an all-new RAV4. And after 7 years of the outgoing model, it was really kind of about time. It was one of the oldest vehicles in the segment, now obviously the newest. Now, they made the vehicle a lot more aerodynamic, and that starts with this A-pillar. You can see it's got a much sharper angle. The result is improved aerodynamics and improved fuel economy. Every single panel is all new. The vehicle just sits nicer, looks better, has a very aggressive rear end with this spoiler. All these things help make this vehicle one of the most fuel efficient in the segment. If you're buying a crossover, chances are you're going to be transporting some very important passengers, small children. Therefore, safety is important. Now, with the all-new RAV4, you get 8 standard airbags, and that is segment leading. That's a good thing. Here is another couple of features, blind spot monitoring and cross traffic alert. These are great features, I love them. However, you can only get them as options on the limited model, the very top line. I'd like to see that option available throughout the lineup. Another feature that's very important to crossover shoppers is cargo space. So Toyota has given the RAV4 the most volume of any vehicle in the segment. Here's another great feature. Automatic liftgate. Great. It's also adjustable, so if you're tall like me, you can have it go all the way to the top. If you're shorter, it can come down like, this height. However, it's only available on the Limited. Now, another thing you notice when you get back here, if you were familiar with the outgoing model, is there's no more third row. And that's probably a good thing because you'd have to be about 4'5" to use it, and less than 5% of you thought it was good enough to buy, so that feature is gone. While some of you may use the class-leading cargo capacity in the RAV4, the reality is you'll be probably using this second row seat a lot, and Toyota has gone through great lengths to make this one of the roomiest and most comfortable in the segment. The interior of the RAV4 is completely new. In fact, you have features that are standard, like this acoustic windshield, which really helps cut down on the noise and really give you a more premium riding feel. As you can see from the driver's perspective, all the instrumentation is brand new, very easy to use, easy to access, new gauges. They've really stepped it up, and after 7 years of the old body style, it certainly was long overdue. The only transmission available on the RAV4 is a 6-speed automatic. It's a great transmission. It works really well, both on the highway and in the city, and is what helps you achieve that 31 miles to the gallon on the highway. The RAV4 sits nicely on the road. We like the way it drives, especially on these roads. We did take it off-road and noticed some additional kind of rattles, but then again, when you look at the segment as a whole, this is a vehicle that starts at around $23,000, so you can't expect it to ride like a Lexus. After all, it is an economy or kind of entry-level crossover, and it behaves as such. In order to simplify the product matrix, Toyota is offering just 3 trim levels: the LE, XLE, and Limited. The XLE is expected to be the high volume trim level. Pricing starts at around $23,000 for the base model, tops out for a fully loaded all-wheel drive Limited around $32,000. And all-wheel drive is a $1,400 option available on every one of those 3 trim levels. The bottom line is that I think Toyota did a great job on the all-new RAV4. They've really hit the mark. It's a huge improvement over the outgoing model, and it certainly has all the features you need and all the features they need to compete with the CR-V, and certainly puts this vehicle at the top, if not near the top of the segment.